Oh, yeah.
I have decided, first of all, that... Tom, would you like to say it?
That Tom Brady is softer than Cristiano Ronaldo?
Yes.
Oh, we've got the results of the poll?
Yes. 3 people say he is.
Yes.
And 1 person says he isn't. I wonder who that one is.
It's probably Matt.
Yeah.
Here come the accusations of fake news.
You know, the problem with all of you is that you're fake news. And, if you look at Tom Brady, he's a great man. He's done many great things. Cristiano Ronaldo's just muscles. That's all he is muscles. He couldn't do anything right. And
Still harder.
Softer.
maybe when he sees Lionel Messi.
Cristiano Ronaldo
Harder.
is still harder.
Hello. Okay. I'm quiet. Okay, so that's what are we going to talk about today? What's going to happen?
Yeah, just like wondering what we're going to be talking about.
Are you finished?
Yes.
I don't think you're
He's
finished.
not.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
So, we're going to talk about anything you guys want, actually.
You'll
Oh my
know
gosh,
the,
I can't hear
the-
anything in
you'll
this
know
thing.
the vodka is very good from
Yeah, I'm
where
not
I come
hearing
from.
anything from Mike's 1 or 2.
Yeah. Oh,
You
good.
know.
They're on.
Hey, Mike, you should.
Here.
One, check
Mike,
one,
you
check
should,
two, check one.
How about now?
Oh boy, that's
Check
loud.
one, check one, check one.
You know,
How about now?
yes, I hear you, Kyle.
I
Everyone
can't
hears you.
hear myself. So.
Well,
I
that's
can hear
a problem.
everybody, including myself.
Oh, it's so loud.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay, well, Mike, you should show us your Mike Hard Lemonade. You know what I mean? The color
Tim
of
just dropped the
vodka.
ball.
The color of vodka,
No, just
It
you
is
should rename
just
your team
a
Mike's Hard Lemons, and then
You should. That should be the logo
With
of
Mike's
your
Hard
fantasy
Lemons
team.
comes lemonade.
It is just a stupid Mike's Hard Lemonade, Matthew Bossman. I will land Mike's Hard Lemonade airplane on your house
No.
if you do this again.
No! My name is
they keep the
Vladimir
kids on my
Dmitry
lawn.
Makarov Dragnov V.
What?
Vladimir
I mean,
Dmitry Makarov
talking.
Dragnov
Stop talking. You know what?
Belvedere.
Screw you. Stop talking. You are not allowed to talk for the rest of this conversation.
And keep your kids off my lawn.
Only I, Donald Trump, am allowed to talk during this conversation.
yeah, my problem was that I picked up the wrong headphones. I picked up
You-
the headphones of the submixer. I'll be fine.
You are fired. It is all Tom Butler's fault.
Of course.
It was been determined that Mike Tomps loves Hyrule.
It is true.
Kyle loves Deadpool. And Matt loves tight ends.
Yeah.
Darn tootin'. You darn tootin'.
I thought I was doing pretty good there, actually.
Hey, my sister.
Oh, wait a minute. I
loves
forgot
good
something.
A tight end is usually kind of squeaky when it's
Uh,
eaten.
and nobody loves Tom Butler. He's fake news. He's
he-
the worst.
He loves tornadoes from Speedway.
He's the worst person on Beyond
also
Question. That's
Splooge,
Beyond
or
Question.
whatever the name of that drink is. Surge. Surge.
I drink
Splooge.
Hey,
that
Matt.
stuff.
So
Here's
we're actually going to
Splooge.
pilot the daily
Deplorable.
deplorable. I almost
No,
said
let's
daily
not.
delinquent.
Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Daily delinquent wouldn't be a bad name.
No,
either.
let's not do the daily deplorable.
A grain of salt.
Let's not do that yet.
Do we have any Beyond Question topics?
Well, let's talk about.
We talked about Zeke earlier.
Why don't
Yeah.
why don't we talk about
Tom Brady and
our radio
Cristiano
station
Ronaldo.
and the new things that are going to be happening?
Oh, we could do that.
Because we had a couple of weeks ago, the important members of the, the ones that actually care about the Constitution and
Yeah.
the betterment of the radio station, made their way up to the H building, the Holden building,
Yeah, Holden
to
University Center.
talk about. Correct. Yes. To talk about our Constitution and revise it and add and do things like that.
Yeah.
Tim, would you like to talk about some of the new things in our Constitution?
Do I have to, or should I let you do it?
Well, I know we have the biggest thing that I got out of the meeting was that
Yeah.
we have a new position, a new officer position.
Yes.
It's the advertisement director. And
Now, before we get ahead of ourselves, keep in mind that we have to vote these things into place,
Right.
yeah.
and LSG has to ratify it. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Well, then you might as well put some illegal substances in the Constitution. But here's
Go on.
you could add silence to silent majority.
I just did. Okay, go ahead, Matt.
Anyway.
So basically, what we want to get past is, by the way, who's the president now of LSG? Because Kim is.
Gabrielle
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
Kim's gone. That's right.
Valturnete, I think is her last name.
Yeah, I know her. So I got to talk to her about this. The bastard. But, what we're going to do, basically, once they,
Ratify it.
ratify it.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Once they,
Ratify it.
ratify it,
Right.
we're going to have this new position. And what that means is basically you're going to have control of our advertisements. Whoever holds that position
Yep.
is going to basically have control of our ads. So basically making the ads, making the scripts, also the financials.
Yeah, contacting businesses for advertisements.
Yes. So because that actually, to me, is more importance now to our station because of the fact that that's going to make us the most money.
Yeah.
And
Let's not
get ahead of ourselves,
Yeah.
but at the same time, look at the possibilities.
Yeah,
I think the possibilities outweigh the risks. And that's, to me, is the biggest.
What are your risks, Matt?
Well, I mean, the risks would be, well, if that whoever takes that position may not get that many, businesses.
We don't need 40. you
Right,
know.
but I mean, think about the fact is that that's a gold mine you're sitting on.
I mean,
And
yeah.
I don't want that position, but I am definitely willing to help whoever takes that position.
oh,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. The whole point also for the officers, a big thing is that we're going to delegate certain things that we need to do throughout the members, throughout the officers. So, like Jeremiah wants us to work on things for the website. That's going to be someone's specific job, but then that's also going to be delegated throughout the officers.
Yeah.
So that, one person, basically him, is not working on 17 different things at one time that I should be working on, that you should be working on, etc. So that we all pitch in to help him. Because let's be honest, who's carried majority of the load the last
Jeremiah.
so many years? Jeremiah. So we need to change that because he needs to lead rather than do our jobs.
Right.
And that's
Yeah,
what I
so-
think.
And
is
I-
gonna do.
and-
And he needs to, look over all this and make sure we're doing a good job. And that's
So I think something I'm going to do this year that Jesse and I haven't done is actually pay attention. Like,
yeah.
if-
Well, you paid
what's
attention a
wrong,
lot
Kyle?
last
Is
year.
there
I don't know.
you keep,
I can't hear myself at all.
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
I can't hear myself.
Well, you're
I
fake
can
news,
hear
so
you.
it doesn't
Maybe the
matter.
headphones.
Anyway,
Oh.
so
No, so yeah, one of the other things we want that should be talked about, it was with the addition of advertising comes a loss of a different officer spot,
yes,
Which was your position?
which is my position.
which Tom, you've been
I can
fired.
hear myself now.
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
Goodbye.
Yay.
Yeah, so we're gonna be doing away with the programming director.
Yes.
And,
Yeah, he was a very bad director last year. Whoever that man is, I think his name is like a butt poop or something. I don't know. It's like
You deserve a mic shut off for that one.
but
Fun who?
but he was just a very bad officer. He was not needed. Good thing he's fired for good. And I think he works at Speedway or BP or something like that. So
I think he's actually getting upset with
I'm
you.
just kidding. I'm playing around, Tom. I'm playing around, but that's beyond question. So we know. Anyway,
Well, don't get me started on the assistant general manager.
I know.
He is the worst assistant general manager
I
we've
know.
ever had.
I know.
You're horrible.
We need to get rid of him.
I know.
He should be fired before the programming director ever was.
Actually, you know what?
And the only
I'm
reason why
thinking-
he was fired was because his position no longer existed. So therefore, you're the one who was fired first,
Yeah.
and I'm hiring him.
I think what
His
I'm gonna. I
existence
think what I'm gonna
exists.
do is if you fire the assistant general manager, I'm gonna run for GM. Our
You're also fired from running
our
for any
leader-
officer position.
our leader now, especially with the help of our advisor. He's bringing crime.
Mike's
No,
off.
actually, I have a good point. The main problem of our radio station is Jesse Eastman. I mean, can't we?
I
can't
agree.
We all agree? with
Totally
that?
agree.
That is the main problem. We need to build a wall around Jesse's office and just
Hey.
let Tim come out of there. No,
Okay, thanks.
Tim has the key. There's going to be a combination to the door, and only Tim is going to know that combination. And Jesse's going to be stuck. His beard will get longer, his hair will get longer,
He won't take showers.
and he won't take showers. It's going to
You won't
smell.
deodorant.
Don't drink the water. And he's just. It's just going to be bad.
I also think it's the problem. It's the fault of the guy named Dude in our officer chat, in our live stream chat.
personally, I just think
That's Jesse.
I personally think that Jesse hasn't been at any meetings.
I personally think he's fake news.
He's fake. He doesn't. He's not even fake news because there is no news that comes out of him. He's silent. He's like the wind. He just
Wind's
goes
not
around.
silent.
I know. Work with me here, okay? It just it's like a lost soul that you can't
He's
see.
like a lost puppy.
So basically, you're talking about Kyle.
Yes.
Thanks.
No problem.
Actually, I'm
Sure.
going to name my team Jesse Eastman's band equipment stolen from his garage. That's what I'm going to name my. That's what I'm going to name a fantasy team.
Jesse Eastman's band equipment.
Stolen from his garage. I remember
Still long enough.
I remember that when he talked to us about that, it was funny because the most interesting thing that he said was that he had a giant padlock on his garage. So the people that broke into his garage had to have been casing his house for like weeks. So it's just, I could see Jesse getting home, and there's just some guy in a van parked, diagonal, sort of, because he can't park. And he's just sitting there with binoculars watching Jesse's every move. Just like sitting there, and then, psh, the bird just flew to the coop. And then, stuff like that, talking to his other guy.
Why is he talking in a Trump accent?
I don't know. You'll know the Jesse Eastman. Trump is my little American Happy Meal. You'll know. No, but
Oh my
don't
God.
break your phone out there, Bucks. But I think the one thing that this year, what do you think this year? What should be our goal as a radio station? Not our personal goals as officers, but our goal as the station.
Do the best we can.
Let's keep kicking ass and get closer to getting on FM.
I mean, I agree with that. I think we should spend the
Yeah.
money, but
We should,
Yeah, I really wanna be-
serious.
I would love to be on FM.
I want to say that we get popular enough and that companies will want to do business with
Well, how do
us.
you get popular? I mean, that's the question.
Talk
I mean,
more.
how do you get,
Interesting.
how do you get people out of these walls of Lakeland to listen to
that's
us?
that's part of PR. That's what
Yeah.
Hallie
And
would
that's,
have to be
I
working
mean,
on.
and that's our main goal is we have to what we got to do is get Hallie and get her in a room and
Oh my God.
and take water. When she opens the door, it falls on her head, and then we sit her down, and she's just sitting there crying. And then she goes, and then we go, Hallie, you must make us famous, or else we can make you disappear. It just, not threatening, but and nothing played, haha. But no, she's a very good outlet for us.
Yes, Matt, Tom Brady is softer than Cristiano Ronaldo.
Maybe next time you won't say, haha, nothing played.
Yeah.
What I love is that you guys actually took time out of your day to make that
He did.
after we talked about
Yeah.
like you could have eaten lunch. You could have gone to the restroom. You could have taken a nap. You could have went home
No.
and played video games. You could have went to work.
Here's the thing.
But you
that.
took the time to make that.
While
we took the
making
time to
lunch.
make that after eating lunch.
Yes.
I think that's what it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also,
But whose idea
it was
was
totally
it?
worth the time
Tom's.
to make.
Yeah,
it.
actually, it was both Tim and myself.
Both. So you guys colluded to do this.
Yeah.
Collaborated.
Did your computer get hacked by the Russians?
No, just you.
Yeah. When in doubt, blame the Russians.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Or when in
anyway.
doubt,
Yeah,
blame Matt Bossman.
But anyway.
Hey.
But here, yeah. When in doubt, blame me for everything. It's my
Yes.
fault. I worked for the
Kyle,
Clinton
you have been
campaign.
fired from being blamed for everything. You've been replaced by Matt Bossman.
Oh gosh, why are we
Thanks.
giving
Cool,
him the
yes.
upper hand?
Yes.
Don't give him the
I
I
upper
totally
hand.
agree, actually.
Don't. give
Except
him
now
the
I
upper
disagree.
hand.
Kyle,
Don't
you're
give him
fired.
The upper hand.
Shoot.
So,
Oh.
actually, what do you think will be some challenges you guys are going to face this year?
Well, I definitely think
More-
just being on task. I think
Uh,
that's the main thing that we got to overcome.
Okay.
You got like a chip on your shoulder. Well, not chip. Well, more like a monkey on your back.
Challenges.
What did I go to the zoo?
Monkey on your back.
Challenges.
Because there's gonna be more stuff that.
Did I go to the zoo, Kyle? Why is there a monkey on
Challenges
my
Kyle
back?
If I
Gresco's
get-
understanding of the English language.
If I get the same job again, I have to do a lot more than what are you doing?
Well, I mean, there's got to be a way to.
I do a lot
I
more
think
than
the
I have to
main
do.
problem is a way to enforce that, because
Yeah.
as a radio station, if I'm sitting there doing absolutely nothing and Jeremiah's doing all of my job, there should be some repercussions.
Yeah.
I don't think that we should not reward people for doing a good job, but also, if you do your job, you're doing your job. There's no reward for that. But if you're, not doing your job, there should be repercussions because that's part of being part of the
Because
station.
I think my
And that goes for me too. If I'm not doing my job, I should be punished. I completely agree with that.
I think my main thing last year, was that I didn't sit down and look and check to see what I had to do at first.
Sorry, I just remembered something. Keep talking, Kyle.
I sat there and didn't really do much.
And
But-
he flat out didn't care at the end of
Yes,
ninth
I
grade.
realized that.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm actually going to show the help desk software if you have a minute.
No, I'm trying to
But
Oh, okay.
now
Yeah,
that,
keep doing
now,
that.
now I know what I have to do for next time. I have to put more effort into what I have to do.
Well, I mean, it's more than just like saying you're going to. I mean, like it's
Well, I
it's
can't
like
even- I can't
it's
even
like
hear-
being a rookie quarterback in the NFL. Just telling coach, I'm going to give 100%. I'm going to come to practice, and I want to win the starting job. Okay, it's good that you want to, but I mean, and that goes for all of us. We need to show it rather than we need to walk the walk.
I did do an ad today.
And and there you go. Just starting little things like that, even before the school semester starts.
Yeah.
I need to finish
you
my
know-
ad because the computer froze.
Well,
So, sorry, Mike, go ahead.
I plan to help out a lot around here because it's just another thing that's going to keep me from my horrible, horrible English homework.
Oh boy,
Oh boy, yeah.
I'm not scheduled for classes yet.
Well, I mean, Mike, if you fail out of college, then I don't think you could be a part of the radio station.
Yeah.
So I would think maybe write your 2-page paper before doing a radio ad.
I'm not going to fail. I'm also not going to get an A. So
Oh well,
I might as
Hey,
well.
Yeah,
C's get degrees, boys.
Yeah, that's true. But also, A's get awards, which goes on your record and helps you get a job. But anyway,
Well, I mean, I could get an A in every other subject pretty much. So
that is true. I mean, the classes I'm taking this semester, I plan on just knocking them out of the park. I mean, I have no reason not to. I have no distractions at home. I have a job that's pretty much.
You work
I mean,
on weekends, right?
Yeah, I work weekends. I'll
That's
work
it?
the occasional Tuesday, but that's not probably going to happen this semester.
I'm getting a
and
job at Amazon, so
yeah, what?
I'm getting a job at Amazon.
How?
Okay, so
Are you going to be a drone?
No,
Are you going to control a drone? I really hope you control
we
a
just,
drone.
we just fold
I'll be
Kyle
getting-
Gresko
Oh
on
my
paper
goodness.
plane
So I
and
see a
just
package that says Matt Bossman.
No, we
I'm
need
just
to
gonna throw it out
create
there,
like
though.
you need to get like a flamethrower so we can like have a target lock on whenever his drone's going to deliver a package. So we just like hit a button and it just combusts in
Euclid,
air.
it's Euclid distribution.
Oh, that guy didn't get his new computer part. Oh, that's terrible.
Matt Boss didn't get his package today. Oh, I wonder who's to blame.
I get stuff in the mail, thank you very much. I get boxes from UPS that are from Amazon. I don't need to
Well,
go through
Amazon comes to the
So
mail too.
what you're saying is that you don't have a package.
Well, no.
Well done. Well done.
he got you,
that was
Matt.
too
Got you good.
I want to say something. It's not true, but I mean, I want to
Got
say
you
something.
good.
You could ask our PR director. I have a package. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
No, but see, and there's the message right there. She's like, tell him to shut up. But you could ask Jesse Eastman. My package is bigger than yours. Okay. But I mean, like for the entire semester, what do you think? Okay, what's your favorite class that you're taking this semester?
I don't
And if
know
you're just
class
taking
yet.
one, like Tom, there is no right answer here.
I don't
But
know class
I'm just
yet.
kidding.
I'm not scheduled yet.
Yeah, there
What?
is no right
Yeah,
answer.
but
My
my teacher-
favorite class
My
is
teacher told me to
everything
wait
other class.
1 or 2 weeks before the semester starts. So
It's
so
2 weeks before the semester
We're not-
starts.
So
Yeah.
he can,
We
so
are
he
now
can
in
do
that
it.
period.
No,
But
actually,
but he's not here though yet.
my favorite class is English.
It's Bob Hill.
Really?
Yeah, because in English class, it doesn't suck. It sucks when I go home and have to write papers.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Mine's all computers.
Although
Who's your teacher? Who's your professor?
Oh, I've got Weaver.
Okay, don't take Kimberly Jackson. Whatever you do. But anyway,
I'll say this: I had to write papers for my class I took last semester,
yeah.
and it was literally one of the most fun things I could do because I could just be myself.
Yeah.
Like I was writing about
Class was that?
juvenile delinquency,
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, the
and it was
Mother calling.
it was nice and easy because all I did was relate.
Mother alert.
All I did was relate my life to stuff that was in stuff that we were talking about, and it didn't even matter that I had stupid hypothetical situations that nobody should understand, or that I was swearing a ton in my papers. I kept getting complete credit for
That's-
every single paper.
that's
And you were
great.
throwing like crazy things in there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember my buddy did that down when I went to the Bible school I went to. There was like they would have like papers on like, you know, you could pick a topic like angels, demons. You could talk about like, you know, heaven. You could talk about like earth. You could talk about hell and crap like that. And one of his topics was like, it was about angels. And if you turn he was getting into a good point, and then he just like, the sentence continued on the next page, and it was like, yeah, and the angels and archangels, blah, 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 blah. And that's why aliens live in a burrow underneath of NASA, and they sit there and mess with ghosts and drink Kool-Aid and love to play guitar. It was something like that. And he got 100% on that paper.
No way.
And he said, dude, I could just literally talk about why I like wearing diarrhea. And
Wearing diarrhea?
yeah, just that's his outfit, I guess. And he would get 100% on every single paper.
All right, so one of my favorite hypothetical situations involved getting one of the things is you want to have like a model, somebody that a delinquent can look up to. So you put them on the football team, and then they can like start to do well.
Well, that's a good topic to discuss.
QB,
Why don't we talk about that?
and then, or what would happen would be the QB just invites the delinquent because he wants to get crack for his party.
Yeah, see it.
Okay,
Yes. Hello.
you just wanted to have the delinquent get him crack for his party, and then all of a sudden he's now over at the QB's party. He accidentally screws the quarterback's girlfriend, and now he's thrown off the team. That type of thing.
I would say it's more like you need to see a lot of delinquents. The thing about it is that
Keep talking. This is something you guys get to see in a minute.
okay.
Keep talking.
A
Finish
lot
up the
of a
conversation.
lot of things that delinquents do is based off of their background, where they're from,
Yeah.
ethnicity. They look up to someone similar to them
Yes.
that has gone through something similar and then made it.
Mhm.
You know, like a lot of people back in the day looked at Tiger Woods, and now they
back in the day, yes.
back in the day when Tiger Woods was, you know,
Stone cold sober.
yeah, and stone cold sober, and yeah, and so it was something like that where, you know, if that person came from an underprivileged home, they got into a lot of drugs and something, but then they looked up because to, you know, certain players, you know, same ethnicity as that person, same background, didn't have a dad, you know, things like that. They looked
Yeah.
at the similarities and looked at that person. I was like, dude, if I can do this, you can do this too.
Yep.
You know, you may not be a football player, but you might be, you know, an accountant, that sort of thing. So,
I think Tom's curious as to what I have on
yeah,
the
what is
monitor.
this?
Yeah.
So, kids, those of you who are, can you please take the microphone, the headphones off the mic stand? Remind me to yell at Kyle about that when he gets back in here. Thank you.
Sure.
This, you guys remember how Matt was talking about how we all, or I think it was you at one point, you had said sometimes we don't know what needs to be done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, earlier this summer, I took the liberty of developing a help desk software just for that,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
For the radio station?
for the station.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
Is
what's in here is we have a contact name, you can put an email address, a subject, you have your different priorities down here, and then let me see here.
Well, I think if you're sending this work order, it would probably be high priority.
It'll be what?
It would be high priority because I'm not going to send you something.
Exactly.
I'm not going to send you an email about, yes, I'm going to send you an email about, yes, I need to know about what companies for these ads. And I'm not going to send you one about, can I trade Larry Fitzgerald for Tom Brady? You know, that's
You
just not
can't.
going to happen. I mean, that would be like ridiculous. But anyway, go ahead.
So in here I put deposit money for, like, this is treasurer.
Okay.
Get advisor signature for forms. Your committee needs to meet, order supplies for the station, go over the budget, create PSA, it's all sorts of different things.
What is PSA?
Public service
Oh,
announcement.
it's not.
Hold on.
Why do we have a public service announcement?
We need
Here.
to have public service announcements
or-
to talk about how evil Kyle
Or
is.
PSA stands for
He couldn't be evil. He'd be just
sounds
scared of it.
awesome.
You just got a mic mute.
Well,
Yeah.
that was something.
I didn't even hear what you said, Kyle.
He said
I
that
s- I s-
pee sounds awesome.
So here,
Peeing sounds awesome.
So, like the act of peeing into something, or what? Why is
Well,
that awesome?
I think one of my
you've all been muted. If this was around the horn, you all would have lost a point.
Darn. Can we lose a point? Then we can get it back.
Sure, if you could present positive things to the conversation.
I think one thing that I want to do this semester,
Who thinks I'll get my job back?
I think Tom wants to go eat.
my own personal goal.
Yeah. He's cranky.
Tom, you're getting cranky, aren't you?
I mean, just a little bit, but I understand why we're here. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I my one main personal goal is to right off the bat at the first ICC
IP
meeting.
freely.
IP freely.
I want to talk at the podium, and I want to discuss with the clubs, all of our clubs, about how we need to work together.
Okay.
And like how last year everybody had their own personal agenda and stuck to that. And the whole point of SEAL is to, I mean, I agree, make sure your club is good first. I
Yeah.
completely agree with that. I'd rather us be, tearing it up and then go and help Cab rather than Cab be tearing it up and we need a bunch of crap, done. And we can't do it ourselves. We need, the Gamers Guild to help us. And
Yeah.
they're like, no, we want to do NeonCon. And we're like, no, we need help. And they're like, no, screw you. No, I don't want that. What I want is for, to be not an open door policy. What I mean by that is, go into any club and be like, hey, we need help. That's a given. We don't need a policy for that. What we need is,
People actually do that.
well, yeah, I mean, my main thing is work this as a company. So if this is a company, you may not like your boss, but you're going to go to your boss with stuff for, hey, I need a raise, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you feel comfortable enough to do that, why can't you come to Jeremiah and say, hey, I'm throwing this event next Thursday. Can you, do an ad for me? If they don't like somebody enough to come up to them and say, hey, they're just shooting themselves in the foot. I mean, that's what that's how I see it.
That's the thing is like we can be an amazing outlet for the rest of Lakeland.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I think we should use that to our advantage.
Yeah.
Because if they don't want to come to us, we're not doing the ad. If they don't specifically ask
Oh, yeah.
us and have something signed with documentation that they came here,
Yeah.
that they talked to Jeremiah or me or Tim or something,
Yeah.
I think don't help them because it's their job for them to come to us. We shouldn't have to reach out. They should feel comfortable to come to us.
Yeah.
I don't think we don't need to go out of our way. We should let them go out of their way to come to us. Mm-hmm. But they should feel free to do that, not be scared.
Right.
Or if they don't like me, I don't care if you don't like me outside of the clubs, but like me enough to talk about that you want, something done. Mm-hmm. And if I don't want to do it and I say no, that's a no, But if you don't complain about it, I'll be like, dude, that was illogical. Like, I'm not going to play a playlist of, songs with cuss words in it. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, you told me you would. No, I said if they were censored, something
Yeah.
like that. And this has not happened to me, so I'm just talking out of my butt. But, just simple things like that. Like last year, a club, I'm not going to name the club. Okay, I will, Cab. They said that they needed a certain playlist to be played on a certain day when they had an event. And they were very just so awkward about it. Like they didn't follow up and they expected it to be done. Like they just here, do this. Well, no. Why? Because you got to follow up with us. Like Jeremiah had an issue like, "Oh, well, you guys came here, said you wanted to do this, but the list wasn't complete.
Yeah.
You said when the list is complete to play these songs." Okay, well, you never completed it until a day before the event. Like, what are you doing? Like, no, finish it like 4 or 5 days before.
Yeah.
And then come to us and say, hey, it's done, here. Be responsible about it. But they just, but now they're a lot better because they have a good leader.
Yes, Galen is the
Yeah,
CAB
it-
president now.
Yeah,
I
and
believe.
she's a very responsible person.
Yes,
I've known
she
her
is.
for a year now, and she is going to be good.
I've known her since my AC4P days.
Yeah, and she's very responsible when it comes to things. But other leaders who shall not be named, like Voldemort, you know, may not have the best interests in mind for the school, and maybe just themselves. Anyway, so talking about that, I just think we need to work together, hand in hand. But also, I was going to say if that person was right behind me, I'd be like, hi. But, you know.
Well, we're not broadcasting in breakers, so you don't need to worry about that.
Hey, hooligan. Kyle,
Hey,
shut up.
you know what you need to do? Hey, some people over here, they talking to me.
All right, guys.
You
Think
keep your
we're-
kids off my
I
lawn.
think we should continue this at lunch because I'm getting starvingly hungry. And
Yeah.
Tom looks like he's about to eat Kyle.
Oh no!
Tom,
Why would
Tom,
I
you'll
do
get-
that? I want an actual meal.
hey, Tom, you'll get
meal.
Tom, you'll get malaria. Don't do it.
Kyle,
You get crabs.
Kyle.
Well, thanks for admitting you have crabs, Kyle. Thank you for admitting that. That's amazing. That just helped me
Part
so
of me
much.
doesn't want to save this video now.
Oh, you better save this video so I can watch it the first day of school and go, this is my radio station.